This is winter in a bottle. This is Christmas time. This is not apple pie. I know a lot of people say, oh, it smells like apple pie. To me, this really just smells like Christmas spices without apple. And it smells like a mix of top shelf liquor and Christmas spice, okay? I don't really get any apple or any kind of pastry with this. You do get the praline, which is a middle note, and the dates, which is like a gourmand note, but I don't really get apple pie with this, okay? So if you are into festive smelling candles, if you are into very syrupy, sweet Christmas scents and candles and all that kind of stuff, you are going to like this. This is the original Lattafa Khamrah. As you can see by the presentation on the bottle, it is kind of like a liquor, a top shelf liquor in a glass, you know, like a crystal glass. That's the vibe it gives off. So like a top shelf liquor on the rocks, maybe like a whiskey or brandy, just anything, any kind of dark top shelf liquor. It could be a nice kind of rum, Johnny Walker, whatever it is. One could say that it is similar in appearance to the Kilian perfumes. However, I do find that this is original in terms of its scent profile. It's not really a dupe for Kilian perfumes. It's just the image, the bottle kind of might remind you of a Kilian fragrance. But this is definitely one of a kind. It is unique, and it does not really have that kind of Kilian signature scent. It's its own. This is its own scent. This is its own vibe. This perfume surprised me because it has amber wood. It has amber wood in this, and as you can tell by the color, and even with some of the notes, you know, it's kind of like, it does have an amber vibe. However, it is a modern amber edge, very modern. So I really like that about this perfume because it's like, it has that amber vibe, but in a fresh way, a kind of like modern way, a modern edge. So yeah, the amber in this is not really old school. It's like a modern amber, and the other notes in this perfume are also like, I would say, modern vibes, you know, not too old school. There is a classic vibe to this, don't get me wrong. I mean, you could tell by the whole bottle and presentation, it has like a little classic edge, but it's not like stooshy, old school, you know, like 1950s perfumes or anything like that. It's not like a 1950s or 1960s amber perfume. I find it has a very new take or like a modern edge to it. I spray this on my skin and I spray this on clothing and bed sheets. This has no lasting power in my opinion, but I have heard that that is a thing with Lattafa because it's kind of like a budget-friendly brand, okay? Now I have a Middle Eastern fragrance called Afnan Modeste for women, and that would be, I think, within the range of budget-friendly, like affordable. However, I find that with that perfume, Modeste, it actually lasts on clothing and fabrics. This, however, I could spray it like 10 times, 20 times, and I will wake up the next morning and the scent has disappeared. So the entrance with this is strong, it is powerful, but I find that as time progresses, it just vanishes and disappears. That doesn't mean it is bad. That doesn't mean it is a bad fragrance. It's just, I find it doesn't have a lot of longevity. So, for example, if I spray Acqua di Gioia by Giorgio Armani, or if I spray J'adore by Christian Dior, if I spray those types of fragrances on fabrics, they will last for many days. Like it will stay on the fabric for many days. This does not do that. So for some people, that is like a good thing, you know, if the fragrance disappears because they don't want it to stay on their fabric. And for other people, it is a deal breaker. For myself, sometimes it could be a deal breaker because instead of reaching for bedroom spray or linen spray, sometimes I just prefer to just reach for perfume. You know, I have more perfume than I do linen spray and bedroom spray. I know some people own products like that, but I just usually would reach for a perfume or an air freshener or something. And on bed sheets, I do like to use like perfumes, especially lightweight perfumes in the summertime, and then maybe in the wintertime I will use something stronger and heavier. So this is very gourmand, very, very gourmand, and I wanted a gourmand scent for the winter. If I'm wearing something more feminine like what I have on right now, I think this kind of fragrance would pair well with the outfit choice. I think this is good for like cozy winter sweaters, like maybe a cashmere sweater and some jeans. This is very approachable, so you can wear it with casual outfits and you can wear it with more like dressy, preppy outfits or outfits like for the nighttime party outfits and stuff. So it's a good range between casual and classy, I find, because it's not too stouche, it's not too like posh, and it's not too casual either. So it can fit right in the middle, which is very good and very versatile. Okay, so the top notes in this are cinnamon, nutmeg, and bergamot, and you really get that in the entrance. The entrance with this is powerful and strong, which, you know, that I think that's a Lattafa thing, you know, to be potent and strong in the entrance, but eventually it will taper off into something that almost vanishes and disappears. Now I have to try more Lattafa perfumes. Obviously, I cannot judge every single fragrance. This is a budget-friendly Arabian line. So I have to try many fragrances and perfumes to come to a decision on whether or not every single perfume is like you know, gone with the wind. It's just going to disappear, no longevity, poor sillage. So I have to really see with the other fragrances, but I have heard that about this brand, you know, it just kind of has that reputation. Yeah, so in the entrance, like I said, cinnamon, nutmeg, and bergamot, very powerful, very potent. The middle notes in this are tuberose, mahonial, dates, and praline. Now, with those middle notes, that is where the kind of the sweetness, the gourmand, the kind of dessert edge comes in with this. The tuberose and the mahonial, those middle notes, in my opinion, are quite subtle. I find that the dates and the praline overshadows those a little bit more. Those are a bit stronger. I've sprayed this already. I've tried this already. As soon as winter started, I tried this, you know, to let it macerate and to hopefully, you know, like let it sit and let the notes blend in more. But I think that I'll still pretty much be wearing it, whether it macerates properly or not. Like, to me, it's not a big deal. I still like how it is, even though it's quite new. This is a new bottle. I still think that it's good regardless. Maybe it will develop into something richer with time. Maybe the notes will blend in better. But at the moment, I'm enjoying it, and I think it's a good fragrance. Now, the base notes in this are vanilla, tonka bean, myrrh, benzoin, amberwood, and agicala wood. I'm gonna test this out for this review to see how it progresses into the base notes. It's beautiful. It's lovely. I really like this as a January. As a January baby, I really like this. Yeah, straight up winter vibes. And it brings some warmth. It brings some warmth, which is good for like cold weather. I would never wear this in the summertime. This is strictly for winter season. Because that warmth, that spice, and the sweetness, oh, that would be an issue, right? In the summertime. So, wow. The entrance is strong. The entrance is strong. It's potent, powerful. The mahonial is coming through. I smell the mahonial coming through already. And I do smell the sweetness. The sweetness is there on the entrance. And the sweetness in this is like the dates and the praline. So they come in pretty quick. It comes in pretty quick. It's almost as if the mahonial has gotten stronger. Because I get some green coming through right now. Some floral green and stuff. What am I smelling there? It smells like... I think it's a benzoin. And I do smell a little bit of myrrh. Tonka bean, yes, little tonka bean. I think I'm smelling that akigala wood. Akigala wood. I know they have akigala wood and myrrh and benzoin and all that, but those are very subtle and the sweetness and the spice overpowers them. So this is not one of those Middle Eastern fragrances, Arabic fragrances that are like mysterious, vampy, seductive. No, this is very just sweet, gourmand, festive, warm, fun, approachable. A little bit upscale, but not too stouche, not too posh, approachable. It's definitely approachable. People that live in the Western world, the Americas, this is very approachable to them because it does not have any kind of exotic edge or flair to it compared to other Middle Eastern scents. There's some Middle Eastern fragrances where right away, without spraying, you just kind of put your nose to it and you smell the oud, you smell the myrrh, the resins and stuff like that. You kind of could immediately smell it. But the like agar wood and all this kind of stuff. But this one is not like that at all. It is very Western scent profile. I feel like since I've been kind of shaking it and spraying it a lot, I feel like things have blended a little better now compared to when I first bought it. When I first bought it, I really had to turn my nose because that cinnamon and that nutmeg was making me sneeze a little bit. But okay. Yeah, I get the bergamot, yes, and the dates, the praline coming through. The nutmeg is still around, very subtle. Cinnamon is gone. The cinnamon has left the building. It has left the building. Mahonial, yes, okay, subtle, very subtle. And then the tuberose, yes. Nicely done with the tuberose, not too overpowering. Okay, I'm trying to see now if the base notes are coming through. And they finally are. It took some time, but they're coming through now. I smell the myrrh. I actually smell the myrrh right now. And vanilla, yes. The vanilla is very light. Very light. And then benzoin, yes. Tonka bean, yes. Okay. Interesting. It's just kind of despairing, but the ingredients in this smell decent. I don't get any alcohol-y edge to it. I get a boozy edge, yes. Like I said earlier, there's a kind of liquor-y, like liquor vibe to this. Sweet liquor, top shelf brown liquors, you know, that kind of vibe. But there's no harsh alcohol edge. There's no harsh notes in this either. So it's tastefully put together. I will continue to wear this for the rest of the winter season. I will not wear this in the summertime, and I will not wear this on hot days because I find that this will definitely become cloyingly sweet. You know, that kind of cloying sweetness that we do not like. A lot of us don't like it. It's kind of like stuffy, and you notice that it's there throughout the day. So because the air is dry sometimes in the winter, and because there's a chill and all that, the warmth and the sweetness of this is not going to be noticeable in that kind of dryness and that coldness. It's gonna actually bring some warmth. It's gonna bring kind of cozy vibes. This is definitely cozy vibes, like something you spray with your sweater, or when you wear your sweater and you spray this, it's gonna be very cozy, very festive, cute, chill. This is worth it. I think it's very worth it, and I think it's nicely blended. Also, it's unique. I don't really encounter too many people wearing this. It's not as mainstream as you think it is. I think it's more mainstream in the fragrance community, but it's not really something that you will smell day to day on the road. Like, you're not gonna bump into too many people wearing this, okay? Because there's a lot of perfumes that are hyped and popular in the fragrance community, but that doesn't mean that when you go out into the real world and deal with the general public that they're going to be wearing those perfumes, okay? That's just like, you know, it's all the whole TikTok hype and social media hype. So I heard that all of the Lattafa Khamrahs are unisex scents. Now this is very, very sweet, very sweet. So I don't know, maybe, I don't really know too many men that wear very sweet scents. Maybe there are, you know, a couple queens out there that do, but I have heard the other Lattafa Khamrahs are a little bit more muskier and a little more masculine in scent profile. So maybe for men those are better. I don't know. I haven't tried them yet, and I have heard that they are a little bit more approachable for men though, because they have a deeper, darker edge. But this one I like because it's cute and feminine, and that is what I was going for when I bought this. So yeah, I think that, you know, like I said, it will appeal to people of all walks of life, and even men, I guess, because I said it's unisex. You know, they're keeping the customer base open to everyone. Obviously, you know, that's good. It's a good marketing strategy to say that it's unisex, because then you can just kind of increase the number of consumers. But marketing 101, right? Just say men and women, yes, and then you target all the audiences and all the markets and can get money from everybody, right? So yes, so yeah, we know about that strategy. But to me, you know, this is a she, this is very girly, okay? This is very feminine and sweet. So that's it for Lattafa Khamrah. Do check out my other perfume reviews, and I will see you in the next video.